שלום וברכה, אני דמיטרי מחרקוב, אוקראינה. שם משפחה שלי קלשניק. אני יכול לדבר עברית, אבל זה קשה. עברית שפה יפה ולא קשה, אבל אני שומע ומקשיב הרבה שיעורים ואין לי יכולת, אין לי פרקטיקה, ניסיון לדבר. אז יהיה יותר טוב כשאני אדבר אנגלית. I'm Dmitry, I'm Ben Ноах. I'll try to answer several questions. What is to be Bnei Ноах, Ben Ноах, and or Bat Ноах. And also, I will show you some photos from my community over here. Okay, some questions that I have. I need to tell something about myself. I am 42 years old. I was born in Ukraine and I still live here. And I have a small business, hotel business, that allows me to study like 6-7 hours a day, Torah and Talmud, a little bit Musar. And also I have 2 kids and I have a wife. I'm in this Judaism studies for approximately maybe 9, maybe 7 years. But I would say that I'm deeply involved, maybe 4 years. And what else? I can talk for hours, but my limit is a couple of minutes. So I will try to answer all the questions. First of all, what is the reason you decided to be Ben Ноах? Actually, everything came from the book, if we call it a book, Torah. I realized that this is not a book at all, and I found very, very interesting small details inside of this book, and those interests, they got me interested, and I studied more and more and more and more and more, and deeper and deeper and deeper, and here it is. Right now, I'm very deep in this little thing, big and little thing at the same time. And I see right now that it started to change my life. First of all, I'm not like a community guy. I would call myself like egoist. Yeah, I study myself. I don't touch other people. I don't get them connected together. I'm like Talmid Torah, and I'm not interested in anybody else. But maybe 3, 4, 5 years ago, I met Pinchas Polonsky and Rav Uri Sherky, and they told me that I'm doing a little bit not correct thing. I have to try to teach other people and get them united in Kehillah, in the community. So this is the second stage of my studying Torah. More than this, I realized if I teach someone, I understand what I'm teaching better. It's a very unique, very good, interesting thing, and and here it is. Right now, I have 3 classes where I teach. One class, Motzei Shabbat, יש לנו שיעור באינטרנט, and we have a lot of people from all over the world, and I have like several topics I discuss. I wouldn't say I go very deep inside of knowledge of Torah. Then on Sunday, we have a class in Beit Knesset or in some other places. I have a big group. Over there, and around 50 people. And some of them know nothing about Judaism and Torah. So I have to try to be like a light teacher. Don't go far away. Like everything about everything. A little bit about the whole idea. And on Wednesday, in the office of mine, I have a small class, like 10 guys only. And I tell you what, we go very, very, very deep inside of depth of Torah. And sometimes we start at 8 o'clock in the evening and we finish 2 o'clock in the morning. And sometimes I think that if some person from outside, he would come in the middle of our meeting, he will go crazy. he will not understand what we're talking about. Another question is, before I show you photos, the question is to learn about my community. I wouldn't call it a huge community. In my city, Kharkov, it's a large city, very close to the border of Russia. It's on the border between Ukraine and Russia. We have 1.6 million people. And my community is very small. I would call, we have maybe 10, 12 guys, very, very serious. I mean, they are deeply involved into the whole thing. And maybe like 40, 50 people, they come and go, they come and go. So I wouldn't call it a community. The real community we have in another big city, about 2 hours drive from Kharkov, it's called Dnepr. So they have several thousand Bnei Noach over there. This is what we call community, real kehila, kehila gdola. In Kharkov, we only started. And how's my religious life? I tell you what, I am, again, it's a difficult thing to answer in 5 sentences. On every Parashat HaShavua class, I normally take out several very, very good lessons of life. I would call it like, you can call it lesson of life, yes. If you do a thing like this, your life will be improved. Also, I believe in the principle midah kineged midah. Also, I believe if you study Torah, your midot will be better and you will become a better person. Unfortunately, right now, we have different approaches towards Bnei Noach between different, I would call them streams inside of Judaism. Again, it's a long topic, but some of the big rabbis, they already made Sidurim for Bnei Noach, and I have several of them. I have a collection. I know that right now some big rabbis are working on Shulchan Aruch for Bnei Noach, and I really think it's a very good thing. It will help a lot. But obviously, to start with, we have Sheva Mitzvot Bnei Noach, but if you really go deep inside those Sheva Mitzvot Bnei Noach, there are 66, 68 mitzvot. And this is a plan number 1. It's a minimum plan. If you follow those mitzvot, you'll be Chasidei Umod Haolam. So my religious life is to change myself in all possible ways, and also to change my family, plan number 2, to make them better. And number 3, that I right now in the process of this, to change people around me. Okay, right now I'll show you some photos that I prepared, and I'll say a couple of words. This is a conference in Dnipropetrovsk. We had 500 people over there, enormous amount of Bnei Noach in one place. This is a declaration in front of Shlosha Chaverim. It's a Beidin, so I read, and the guys who want to become Bnei Noach, they repeat after me, and 3 rabbis will sign this declaration. Here is a very interesting meeting we had with Rav Uri Sherki. I love him, and I listened to maybe 200 shiurim shelo. He told me, Dmitry, you watch my videos and you did it too much. So I have about 300 more, but he's changing my life. And I think personally, I listened to maybe hundreds of different rabbis from all over the world, in English, in Hebrew, in Russian. But I think that Rav Uri Sherki, he knows Torah as nobody knows, okay? And we had a meeting in Sakhnut, This is Natan Sharansky. And I told Natan Sharansky that it would be great if Sakhnut will offer Judaism classes for Torah, lectures, some shiurim, I don't know what, in every agency, in every little city all over the world. And he told me, Dmitry, you need to knock on the door and tell him, I want studies, I want to study Torah. So we are doing this right now, and I think it actually works. After I showed photos with Natan Sharansky, Sakhnut guys in small cities, they have no right to tell me no. And this is a class, but it's not in our Kharkov. I think it's in Moscow, but I'm just telling you what other people are doing in other cities. This is the Lag BaOmer we had in Ofra. This is a rabbi of Ofra, and we had a fantastic time over there. There was a small group of Bnei Ноах, and we are celebrating this huge Chag. This is the chuppah. Actually, we had several chuppot already, and this is one of them. Everything is done according to the rules that were established by Brit Olam. This is the organization of Rav Uri Sherki. I don't need to show you this. This is my best friend from Boston. He's a rabbi from Boston, and he's sending me fantastic classes and lectures of, for example, Rav Yehoshua Greenberg, and also he gave me very good contact in Los Angeles. For example, I'm telling you what happens. About 1 month ago, I went to Los Angeles only to participate in powerlifting, in sport competition. That was my goal for 7 days. But instead, I was almost every day spending time with Jews in Beit Knesset, Beit Betzalel, Beverly Hills. Also, I went to rehabilitation center for Jews and so on and so on and so on. So 7 days I spent in Jewish community, not participating. It's only 2 hours job, competition. This is how the God is doing his ashgacha. So, and this is my small group in my office, about 10 guys we have. We have some food, some drinks, and we study till the morning. This is our class. We have normal class in Beit Knesset. This is a Chabad Beit Knesset, and this is our Rabbi Meir Yitzchak Meir Semerenko, very good person, and he is very open. And every Sunday we have classes over here, different speakers, and sometimes we study Sheva Mitzvot Bnei Ноах according to Rav Moshe Weiner book, and sometimes we do Parashat HaShavua. And this is one of my best classes actually that I ever had in Israel. They invited a person there from Tzfat. Unfortunately, I forgot his name, and he's a real Mekubal Mitzfat. He gave a 2 hours shiur, and I'm under. It was made last year, and I'm under impression right now. It's fantastic moment of learning something from real Kabbalist. This is what I'm doing in my office. I have several people, Jews, according to Halacha, they're working with me, actually. They work in my company, but they are Chilonim legamre. So what I'm doing right now, when there was a holiday, you know, sometimes, for example, this lulav I bought for my company. So I try to make my Chilonim Jewish, Jewish who are not religious, I try to make them become religious, to make some mitzvah. I read that, you know, if I do it, I mean, if some Jews will make tshuva through me, then I will have something good in my future life, okay? So this is a guy who works for me. I told him, now you take this, now you shake this, and now you repeat the prayer after me. And he's doing it. And this is another guy. He's also Jewish, and he's also following my instructions, okay? And here is the class I give. This is the Hillel Center. Sometimes they invite us to participate in some different, you know, some kind of events. And here we had this actual class was 2 days ago. It was a fantastic class, and we made video, and people liked it very much. This is a conference from Dnepr. It was maybe several months ago. Right now, the speaker is Shmuel Kamenetsky. Maybe you know this guy. I really appreciate what he's doing for the whole community of Bnei Noach in Dnepr and all over Ukraine. And this is my wife. And here we have another small class with Dr. Pinchas Polonsky and Rav Zeev, Meshkov, and Yona Levin. We had, that evening, we had a very long and very interesting conversation. It was like more a discussion, and it was fantastic time. Another time, I don't know why I didn't. This is a group. Actually, I need to tell you that we have several conferences coming to Israel, like English speaking, Russian speaking, under Brit Olam with Rav Uri Sherki, or under Chabad with Moshe Weiner. So this is one of the conferences that I took part in it. This is Rav Moshe Weiner, and actually I signed declaration over here, and I had a fantastic three days conversation with him, 3 days meeting, and he knows what he's doing. This is how our online class usually happens. We have all the guys all over the world, and I can talk to them, I can listen to them, I can ask questions, they can answer. And in Dnipropetrovsk, they go further. When big, I would say, grown-up Bnei Noach, they are studying, the younger Bnei Noach, they have some kind of events downstairs. And another meeting with two scientists, actually, real scientists, they're doctors and professors, very high level, and both of them are called Michael. And at the same time, they are religious. That was an interesting combination. Religious scientists plus active scientist in Bar-Ilan University. And that was a meeting that impressed me a lot with Adin Steinzeit. And I really like this. I read a lot about him. I read some books of his. He's doing a lot of work for Russian-speaking people, and the meeting was great. Rav Ginsburg. Unfortunately, I didn't come to that meeting, but I want to. But this is the guy who is talking to him right now, and he's my friend from Dnipropetrovsk. He promised to bring me every word that Rav Yitzhak Ginsburg said about Bnei Noach. I love him because his Hebrew is very simple to understand. Plus, he speaks English, of course, and I've listened a lot of lectures by Hebrew and by English from Rav Yitzhak Ginsburg. This is how we study actually Daf Yomi, Talmud. I know that it's a bit illegal for Bnei Noach to study Talmud, but we opened only one Daf, and it's devoted to Avodah Zarah, so it's legal, because Bnei Noach, they need to know how to fight Avodah Zarah, so one Daf is not a problem. And this is another meeting from our Beit Knesset, Rav Yitzhak Semirenko. Again, I think it's over. I guess my time is over. So I'm open on Facebook. You can find me Dmitry Kalashnik. If you have any questions, I am ready to answer all of them. Thank you for your attention.